So let's get to this story. I don't even know what to say about this. This is, Casey Hunt. Be careful how you say that name.
Yeah, every time.
Casey Hunt. She has an MSNBC contract. Now, you see what happens to people when they get MSNBC contracts, right? They're forced to Russiagate. They're forced to attack people in bad faith. They can't tell you the truth about other people on MSNBC. They have to defend the Democratic Party at every turn. That's what an MSNBC contract does to somebody. They become Elizabeth Warren supporters. Elizabeth Warren supporters. They start calling people sexist who they don't like. So Casey Hunt, this is what happened to her. She says Joe Biden wouldn't say if he's talked to Mitch McConnell. So they asked Joe Biden, have you talked to Mitch McConnell? He said, I'm not going to tell you. And Casey Hunt said, I'm just struck by the reality that we'll now have a president who, as a rule, doesn't lie even when it might be easier. I'm just struck by the reality that she might have actually read this tweet out loud to herself and still hit send. No matter how many times you read that tweet, it doesn't actually make sense because it's not supposed to. Hey, did you talk to Mitch McConnell? I'm not saying. This honesty is so refreshing. Casey Hunt. Watch how you say that. Capitol Hill correspondent, host of Way Too Early, 5 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. She's a good girl. Remember she didn't even know what a regime change war was? Remember that? Remember when she was defending us staying in Syria? Remember that? Biden's entire political career proves you are a liar. By the way, she's from NBC. She's been a Joe Biden fan ever since Joe Biden was on Brian Williams' helicopter and they took enemy rocket fire. And I think she's been a Biden fan ever since Biden and Joe and Brian Williams were in law school together. They both finished at the top of their class. She didn't know that? Casey, Joe Biden finished at the top of his class, just like Brian Williams. Pat the Burner says Biden's entire... You want to know who else proves you a liar? This proves you a liar.
Explaining to do. The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. Went back to law school and, in fact, ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School. I mean, this guy comes off this whole thing as a flyweight.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
Joseph Biden.
Refreshing.
It's refreshing, isn't it? To have a news journalist lie to you just as much as Joe Biden does. That's Casey Hunt. Watch how you say that name. Joe Biden's pants on fire claim about his arrest in South Africa. Biden said he was arrested trying to see Nelson Mandela. He was actually stopped at an airport when he was traveling with African-American colleagues. PolitiFact interviewed former UN Ambassador Andrew Young to confirm the details. Biden changed the story to say that he was stopped but not arrested. Joe Biden's lengthy history of fabrication, plagiarism, and racial controversy. Hey, Joe Biden's plagiarism problem. Joe Biden has a plagiarism problem? Don't tell Casey Hunt that. She's been a fan of Joe Biden's ever since his I Have a Dream speech. Joe Biden lied about his record on Social Security. Joe Biden's 2020 policy advisor was also his right-hand man on cutting Social Security in the Obama administration. That's the thing, Bernie asked him to come clean on 3 times and he wouldn't. That was remember remember Bernie so wimpishly kept saying, Joe, come on, you're not a guy. You're not a guy. As he's lying. Bernie was the anti-campaigner the whole time. I don't know if you know that. NAACP denies Joe Biden's claim of endorsement. The NAACP has pushed back on a claim by Joe Biden that the civil rights organization has endorsed him, stating that the group never endorses any political candidate. The NAACP is a nonpartisan organization and does not endorse candidates. Joe Biden said, the NAACP's endorsed me every time I've run. Really? Are you sure you didn't endorse me? What about the other Biden? Here's the deal. Because President Trump refused to concede and is delaying the transition, we have to fund it ourselves. We need your help. If you're able, chip in and help fund the Biden-Harris transition. Here's the deal. Give me money for no reason, and then I'm still going to deny COVID relief that's rightfully yours. USA! Hey, Casey Hunt, even Johnny Carson 30 years ago knew this about Joe Biden.
On the political scene, one of the Democratic candidates is Senator Joseph Biden. Have you seen the problem he's been having? He went around and made a speech. And apparently, he quoted I think it was a British politician, took his speech and kind of paraphrased it as his own. And then the press got on him. And then he was charged also with taking part of Bobby Kennedy's speeches. And Biden says, not to worry, he reassured his staff. He said, we have nothing to fear but fear itself.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
I have $20 that says before 2024, he's going to say, read my lips and I am not a crook. Let's remember what started this. My good friend Casey Hunt. Casey Hunt from NBC News says, I'm just struck by the reality that we'll now have a president who, as a rule, doesn't lie, even when it might be easier. Casey Hunt is a news person. I just sold her beachfront property in Nebraska. Casey Hunt is a news person. Is there anything she won't fucking buy? Is there any? I would love to be this guy who sells her a car. Holy shit. This is a news person on MSNBC. But somehow me being angry is the real problem in America. Not that the news media actively does PR work. Why not just go work for a PR firm, Casey? Why not just go work for a PR firm? And then Joe Biden will hire you. Then the Democrats will hire you. Oh, she's like sitting there. She goes, I think I did that. You're right. You went to work for MSNBC. You're right. So now I don't have an MSNBC contract, so I can point this out. Now, if I had one and I needed that money from MSNBC or an NBC News, which regularly fucking gaslights and pushes war, shits on progressives, tells lies about Bernie, shows Trump's empty podium. And if I had an NBC contract with that news organization, I couldn't do this story. But since I don't have that, I can tell you the truth about MSNBC. Isn't that refreshing? And I can tell you the truth about the Democrats. Isn't that refreshing? I think so. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.